I don't know if I've said this one yet, but this is my favorite weight class. 141 in the 2025 NCAA Division One Wrestling Championships. Yeah, I just think that the top heavy caliber of this bracket is pretty much like, I mean, honestly, throughout the whole bracket, there are a ton of seeds who have a chance to make this, but it's like that top half where you have two national champs in Alirez, you have Mendez, you have arguably maybe the best one this year in Bo Bartlett. But then Brock Hardy is right there winning a Big Ten championship, so he's got the one seed. So this is a wide open weight class, and I am so excited not just to see the semis and the finals, but the quarters. I mean, you have some deep matches. You have Kale Happel and Sam Latona in the second round. You got Sergio Lemley, Jesse Mendez, second round match. CJ Composta, Tegan Jameson, second round match. These are some great matches. I think really at the end of the day, it's just one of those really um, tough to kind of get an idea of what's going on here. There's a lot of guys like Jacob Frost who he could make a run. We don't know what we'll see from him. Is Kale Happel in a good spot? Personally, I think so. I think he beats Coderhant in the quarter round, and then Coderhant will end up losing to Composto in the blood rounds. So a lot of shaking up. Shocker, my national champ in this weight class is Jesse Mendez. Call me biased, call me what you will. I'm picking the champ to win it, and I'm picking him to do it against the other champion, Andrew Alirez. This might be the furthest I have an 8 seed going. I got Bo Bartlett beating Kale Happel in the third and fourth round match. Happel will be conference champ, and then he'll finish as a top 4 finish this year in college wrestling. I think he'll be looked at as one of the standout guys. Wow, he won a conference title, and he is now finishing top 4 with some really hard nosed guys. I think then that has Brock Purdy coming. Then I think you got Brock Hardy in that next spot where he'll be the 5th All-American, and then I got Jacob Frost at 6th. I think he has just a massive wrestleback. I don't know. I just think it's tough where he's at as the 9 seed, I think. Yeah, he'll have Alirez, and I just think he loses to him. But I think he's losing to the guy that makes it to the finals. So I do think Jacob Frost can wrestle back. I love Tegan Jameson. I love what I see from him in the big moments. I like what I see from him when at his peak, so to speak. And so I got him coming in 7th, and then CJ Composto coming in 8th. Yeah, I think this is highlighted by the biggest rivalry in college wrestling, and that is Jesse Mendez, Bo Bartlett. These two go back and forth every single year. I think it's 3-2 Bo Bartlett favor, but Jesse Mendez has that national title. It's an electric rivalry, and not for nothing, it's not the most electric wrestlers. Shout out Bo Bartlett. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is going to be the highlight, not just of this bracket, but of the entire tournament. The Bo Bartlett Jesse Mendez match. We want to see it, and then we want to see a national championship between Andrew Alirez and whoever else. But I'm then leaving out fan favorite Brock Hardy. I think 100% of wrestling fans are Brock Hardy fans. And we were happy to see him win a Big Ten title, but I just don't know if he's got what it takes against Alirez. And then that bottom half of this bracket is super fun to see. I think you can have some guys like Composto, Jameson sneak in there and place there at the end. I think it's hilarious that you have Hardy get rewarded for a Big Ten championship with having to face Alirez, who's the 8 seed, but it's not going to work out for everybody, and probably in this bracket most of all, it's kind of crazy. However, it's just crazy how far Alirez dropped in this. I think 2 later round guys, like I can talk about this bracket all day long, and 2 later round guys I feel like I was not going to be able to touch on were Sergio Lemley and Wyatt Henson. I don't have them placing. I don't know if I necessarily really have them going that far, but yeah, I have Henson losing to Frost in Friday morning, third round of the Wrestleback. And then Lemley I have losing to Von Bar in the same round. So I don't have them going far, but they are fun later seeds, I feel like, who I'm just going to be rooting for down in Philly because I think they have what it takes to place high. So I think an underrated storyline that I think a lot of wrestling fans love is Sam Latona. His career is going to his college career is going to be over after this season, and he's a guy who's been up there on the podium multiple times. He's a low seed, but that hasn't stopped him in the past from making waves in the bracket. He's moved up to this weight class, and it's a tough weight class to get into. I look forward to every single match that he has. Who knows what will happen? And then a little Jersey love, Olivieri and Composto. I have them wrestling in the Wrestlebacks and Composto winning. Composto's 2-0 in sudden victory, or is 2-0 and both were in sudden victory. So it's a good battle between those two. And Dylan Cedeno. Haven't even really mentioned him. The ACC champ, Dylan Cedeno. He is a dark horse in this weight class, of course, but there's too many guys to have go far. So what do you want me to do? Cedeno, I have Cedeno losing to Frost in the blood. So, all right, I think that's it. There's a lot more weight classes to get to, and I could talk about this one for days.